Hey guys, today we're way out here hiking through the lush tropical vegetation of a relatively small island on the Atlantic Ocean, and we're going to be attempting to locate and explore the remains of several power plants that once provided essential electrical power to the local island community over 100 years ago. About 1,000 miles west of mainland Portugal sit the incredibly beautiful Azores Islands, shining like a jewel in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. The largest of these is São Miguel, and it boasts countless hidden natural and historical gems. Like with any island, resources and manpower here are limited, so local inhabitants have to be resourceful here to acquire what they need, and electricity is no exception. Today, my dad and I will be winding our way into the overgrown depths of this island to find and explore the ruins of several now abandoned power stations that once provided electricity to the island's residents. Look at this. It's a structure deep in the vegetation. Wow. This is incredible. This building has been here roughly 100 years, totally consumed by the vegetation. The area is known as Quatro Fabricas da Luz, or in English, 4 power stations, and the oldest ruins here date back from 1899. Despite most of them being in ruins now, we're hoping that the 4 power stations here will provide some insight into what life was like around here more than 100 years ago. This is incredible. That's the original tile down here. Totally consumed by the elements. Look, this must have been a chimney or furnace over here. And it's also got some original tile. Incredible. Fabrica Davila is the oldest power station, dating back to 1899. Fabrica de Cidade dates back to 1904. Fabrica de Praia dates back to 1911. And Fabrica Nova was founded in 1927. These here are the ruins of Fabrica de Cidade, the first abandoned power installation that we encounter in our trek through the mountainous island forest. This power station was originally built in 1904, and we're thrilled to find that its remains are still in amazing condition, especially considering they're over 120 years old. Some of the pipes are even still capable of transporting water. There's still water going through here. The stairs are in great condition still. Wow, these must have been some of the turbines for producing hydroelectric power. Insane. And it's got relatively minimal graffiti too. Got some parts everywhere. And you know me, I always have to push and turn everything. Let's see here. No, it's not turnable. Not sure it would do anything anyway. In September of 1903, an engineer named José Cordeiro launched construction of this power station that we're now exploring, Fabrica de Cidade, which was to be the second power plant to be built in the area. Its name means factory of the city because it was built to provide power for the nearby city of Ponta Delgada. It went into operation back in 1904 and was used to generate electricity until 1974. In the 40+ years that have gone by since then, nature has reclaimed the buildings almost entirely. Alternateur Alliot. Sounds like French or something. Got some old doors here leading out here, and you've still got some of the windows and blinds. Wow. Yeah, it's incredible how they managed to build something so big in such an inhospitable area. Got mountains, jungle, you name it. This would have actually been a nice building at some point in time. Look at these crumbling walls. Almost nothing left. Just reminds you of the power of nature. It's amazing to see nature taking over like this. And you got the trees growing right into it and through it in some cases. That is a heavy log. Anybody want to climb that ladder there? Look at that. This place has probably seen some storms and hurricanes. It's incredible to see how the island is taking back what's hers. Nature reclaiming the buildings at its finest. Wow. You can see some metal remains down there. Who knows what that was? Incredible. Be careful, you don't want to get lost. Sometimes you can barely even see the path through the thick vegetation. Almost directly vertical. Wow, this path is almost straight down. So this is Fabrica Davila, and this is the oldest power station from 1899. You can see the roof plates on top, and there's a tree growing right through it. Incredible. So these must have been the turbine engines or something for the hydro plant. After walking further through the narrow, steep, and overgrown path, we finally come across the oldest power plant of the entire Fabricas da Luz complex, the Fabrica Davila. As the names of the two power plants suggest, the factory of the town, or Fabrica Davila, which we are currently exploring, could eventually no longer meet the electrical demands of the populations that it served, which is why the factory of the city, or Fabrica de Cidade, that we explored earlier was constructed. This Fabrica Davila that we're currently exploring was used to generate electricity from its founding in 1899 until its final closure in 1972, and its ruins now sit overgrown and abandoned in the forest. Here's the pipe, or what's left of it, after 100 years. How do they build in places like this? It must have been really challenging to build anything in the depths of this vegetation. As you may remember, I did mention at the beginning that there were 4 power stations in the area. The first one we explored was built in 1904, and the second one was built in 1899. But what about the other 2? Well, the third power station, built in 1911, has been turned into a museum a few miles away at a small town nearby. And the fourth one, built in 1927, is actually still in use, producing electricity, just as it's already been doing for nearly 100 years. All in all, these crumbling ruins are a fascinating window into the past of a community of local island residents that's had to use their ingenuity and resourcefulness to provide a better life for themselves and their families. Hey guys, it's been amazing. Thanks so much for coming along with me on this journey. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I hope to see you on my next adventure.